Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Hierophant card for your overall energy for this reading. The Hierophant is about learning, and for those of you that watch me regularly, you know that learning is a principle, a core principle of life. And for all of our experiences, particularly the most challenging ones, it is the healing of that experience through understanding its purpose, what we've learned from it, how we reflect upon our responsibility within situations that seem entirely external and imposed upon us, understanding the truth of many of those experiences as being things we participated in. So, this principle of learning indicates that you are showing others how to learn through either your own learning evolution, your own personal development, ways that you are taking seriously the aspect of your own growth, challenge, inspiration to expand, or you are literally teaching others. You're certainly teaching others by learning yourself because you're modeling that behavior for others. You're modeling how core this is to vitality and the ability to continue to live an abundant life. But you're also in a position because of your experiences to share what you know with others in the form of mentorship, or as a literal teacher, where you take responsibility for not just the information others have, but the understanding how to apply that information, the steps necessary in moving along a particular path of professional development or growth or educational excellence, or any skill that's desired requires the openness to learn its skills, its tasks, its basic principles. And as a result of what you're able to share with others, you are opening up the gates to greater access, success, and abundance for others in this chosen field or area. This is a beautiful card indicating that you understand that your life has grown and become more abundant as a result of your openness to new experiences. This is a general reading, Taurus. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I welcome all of you that are new and that are familiar with me and appreciate you taking your time. So in your present, you have the Four of Cups. And this is reflecting, I believe, one of your most solid skills. Fours are a fixed number. They relate to a foundation, a grounding in the real world. And it's interesting because the cups in evidence on this card are about our emotional experience, our cultural experience, our spiritual experience. And this is you manifesting in practical ways in your life the things that are aligned with you. And by that alignment, I mean those things that support you, that see you, that bring you positive emotions of satisfaction, enjoyment, contentment, challenges that are a result of your passion, where you can apply all of that incredible fire and burning towards something that is a gift of yours, your own way of shaping something, a skill that you've been gifted with or a talent you have. And so this is about the practical ways that result in you're feeling good, you're feeling aligned, and you're feeling safe, which is also important because when we open up our heart to finding the things that make us feel good, we want to be safe. We still feel the need to be tender with ourselves as we venture out into finding those spiritual matches with our energy. The beauty of this card is that you are measuring yourself against your wishes. As they're granted to you, you're seeing a match in something that you have manifested in the moment, or you're seeing a mismatch perhaps in a dream that is manifesting that is the result of your wish sent out when you were a different person, when you were perhaps not as mature, or you were just in a different phase of your own development and didn't really understand the nature of what you were wishing for, because you certainly are receiving it and you're having to take responsibility for that. The beauty being that if it's not a match for you, you can manifest something different. And this is what you're learning. I love to call this card learning magic, learning practical magic, because this is about the law of manifestation, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, however you term it, where you identify, you claim what it is you want at the outset. And this is natural healing process for those of us that have not learned to ask for what we want, or that have wanted something that we believed would fill us up in a way that only we can do that for ourselves. So now you're in the process of filling yourself up, taking the steps to reach your goal. And this has been matched with the Rose Quartz from the Crystal Wisdom deck. And this card is titled Self-Love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. This is key no matter where we are in life. If one can actually say this and feel this in their heart, your job is done. This is about unconditional love, the same unconditional love that you may have granted others and that you have difficulty granting yourself. Earth signs that you are, you have a pretty high standard of completion, satisfaction, of a work ethic that is unrelenting. You will work hard and forever for something that you wish for. And on the flip side of that, there often is a way that you don't measure up to your own measurements, although you would grant others much more grace in your assessment of their skills or even their effort at trying. This is part of your qualities as a teacher for some of you. Some of you make a beautiful teacher because of your standards that you set for everyone. And when you have high expectations of your students, they usually meet them. Though the failing being is that often we don't expect enough of our students. And so this is showing me that as a teacher, as a model of positive experience or positive growth, you understand that everyone can achieve this for themselves on their own terms. But ultimately, you are perfect as you are. You are complete, and loving yourself unconditionally is key to relaxing, to not pushing so hard, to not having to work your finger to the bone, to not having everything needing to be perfect. In the past, I'm going to clarify this Four of Cups for you with a Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Wow. So all of this practical magic that you are manifesting day to day is experienced throughout your relationships in particular, where again you are expecting and asking for what you want in your relationships, not what you don't want, not letting someone else set the tone and then being angry when you put in work and they do not match your effort, but creating agreements as the beginning part of your relationship. understanding that everything is negotiable, but not if you're not setting your agreement, your desire, your claim, what it is you want. The Ten of Cups is also indicating that you see a world in which you participate in a world in which this is the law. This is the way it operates. You all share your resources. You all do that in an environment of safety and protection. That you understand it's really communicating with others, sharing experiences, and learning from one another that you are happiest, that you define this as your dream. You see this as the potential for the world, the bigger world. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords. And this is showing me a little bit of two things. One is the way that you have opened yourself up to new ideas, that as you have challenged yourself, things that you always believed to be the way they were, or so and so felt a certain way, absolutely. You're learning that not only was that quite possibly different from what you believed was your reality, but that opens you up to challenging more assumptions, not just for yourself, but for others. And this lends itself to the way that you're showing others how to learn, how to be open to growth, to new ideas, how to hear criticism and feedback in a way that is curious rather than judgmental. So that you listen to others, you observe others, you support others without judgment. And that is the way that you are learning to talk to yourself. This is in large part about that self-talk that you're hearing now as at times a little bit harsh, a little bit stern, a little bit strict, and you're softening up your approach. And this has been clarified by the Hiddenite, which is a beautiful crystal whose keyword today is gratitude. I'm grateful, and this loving energy fills every single cell of my body. So this is the key. This is what unlocks that sense of unconditional love. Whatever you do, you can now trust that you're doing the best you can. And that's all you ever have to do. You're also fine the way you are. You accept yourself. You've come to a place of true self-acceptance, and you are grateful for the abundant life you live on your own terms. Your understanding abundance is far larger in experience than your material status. And I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So in the past, you created a desire, a thirst to explore more of the world. You recognized perhaps how limited your world had been as a result of devotion to a job, to a family, to a relationship, to a way of life. And you're now willing and eager to expand on that, to see what else there is, just to simply explore, to become familiar with and discover new aspects of yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is indicating, indeed, you work so hard. It is difficult sometimes for you to accept anything less than perfection, but you're understanding that it is the process actually that gives you joy. You enjoy the working towards something, the crafting, the making, the dedication, the beauty, the harmony that you experience and that you can create and manifest in the world. Don't forget that Venus is your ruling planet. Beauty, traction, balance, magnetism, these are things that you're always holding. the practical value of something that's beautiful, the aesthetic value of something that is practical. These are things that you balance because they're in alignment with your principles, your faith, your belief in the right thing to do. In the future, the Seven of Pentacles, and this is shedding light on the way that you are putting a pause to your life as in order to really evaluate how you are investing in yourself, how you are pouring into the resources that you need more of, how you're giving yourself more time to strategize moving forward, how you're cutting away the things that have not been productive or profitable for you. And you're learning and desiring, I should say, to maximize your harvest, to maximize the reward you get from the work that you're already doing, how not to work harder, but to gain more profit or productivity from what you do. This is important for you because you do work hard and you can't continue to work so hard that you're unable to delegate. Delegating is an important task that requires you to teach others what you want and to manage their efforts while you then can devote more time to the bigger picture, to the excellence of your product, your service, the quality of what you do, which is important to you. The crystal that's clarifying this is serpentine, and the key word is transformation. My life is transforming at the perfect time in the most powerful way. It's hard to say much more than that. I absolutely do believe you're coming to this beautiful place where you recognize what you have, and that all it takes is keeping the balls moving, keeping everything well oiled, properly timed, and supported so that what you have can grow and grow. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Swords and by the Devil card. This is a powerful message that many people have been getting, and this describes your breaking with the idea that life must be a struggle. You are understanding that what you want to manifest is an ongoing abundance, a growth of your abundance. In other words, as I just said, the things you already have in your life that are already available to you can grow, but it doesn't grow because you're worried and you're anxious and you're overworked and you're stressed and you're angry with others around you. This is really the result of saying, life doesn't have to be a struggle. I'm at a place where I can enjoy even the challenges, even the hardships, because I can work it out. I know what's best for me, and I know that I have put suffering aside. I am no longer choosing pain. That is outmoded idea. I've grown beyond that. This is a beautiful conclusion to this reading. I'm going to finish off this reading, Taurus, with a Soul's Journey Oracle card and hope that this has been useful to you. And I pulled a card that has flipped up, the Perseverance card. This is so perfect for you, and it reads, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. For Taurus the Bull, this can't be any more perfect. I hope you've enjoyed this content. If so, please check out more content here. And until next time, Taurus, namaste.